Now, here's an example. And the thing is, to your point about asking questions, why don't we ask more questions? Do you know that statistically they say if you're going in on a 20-minute interview, you should have 40 questions prepared? How many of you have that? Okay, good. A couple of you. But that's important to know. So you go into a client, right? Client says to you, I want a really nice, well, this is all about expectations, et cetera. You go into a client, the client says to you, I want a really, really, really nice golf shirt. What does that mean? Okay, to people in this industry, practitioners in this industry, give me a brand name of a really good golf shirt. OGIO. What else? Ben Hogan. Cutter and Buck. Nike. Say again, Ping. Ashworth. So all of those carry a pretty high ticket value, right? Anywhere between 50 and 70 bucks. So now all of a sudden you're in front of the client and you say, so you want a really nice golf shirt, not asking any other questions, and you're thinking, wow, Cutter and Buck or Ping, I think that would be right up their alley. How many are you looking for? 1,000. Oh, and now you're starting to salivate like one of Pavlov's dogs, right? 1,000, 70, whoa, $70,000 order. You don't ask any more questions, but you hop on your bike and you're back home, and in the car, you're calling Cutter, you're calling Ping, and you're overnighting that sample in, and you run to the office the next day, you schedule the appointment, and guess what? Your time is worth $200 an hour, and you're spending time, and effort, and all of a sudden you show back up at the client and you say, look at that shirt. And they're like, ooh, they're combing it. That's beautiful. Okay, so you walk in the door, and all of a sudden you show the client this shirt, and the client says, boy, that's beautiful. How much is it? You say $70, and they about have apoplexy. I didn't want a $70 nice golf shirt. I wanted a $12 nice golf shirt. Including embroidery, and packaging, and freight. So the question is, how do you combat that? To your point, how do you combat that? So you need to ask questions. And I'm not a big fan of asking the budget question, like, what's your budget? I like to ask questions like, when you say really nice golf shirt, that can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. Do you have a brand in mind? Now, if the person says, my husband and I play golf at the country club, and we all have these Cutter and Buck shirts, I think they're nice, now you know the benchmark. If they say, you know what, yesterday I was getting a prescription over at Walmart, and I saw this shirt called George, seems pretty nice. Now, again, you know the benchmark from which to work. And you don't have to necessarily ask the budget question at that point. So it is important for us to ask questions when it comes to marketing as well. When you say new idea, what does that mean? Challenge that. And I will tell you, you will be amazed at what happens.